So Garwood is one of those heroes in Call of Dragons that you don't technically need, but is actually something that can be so useful in the open field. All right, so get what I'm trying to say here. I really didn't want to get Garwood, but since the game keep on pushing the strongest lord on Garwood, I'm thinking that I need to push my power anyway. So, I mean, we have 17 days now for the Hall of Order, and it will be hitting 25. And it's really hard to time it as well for other events in here. But this is going to give me a lot of power, so I can boost this up on during the Strongest Lord event. So I'm thinking this is probably the good time for me to push trying to get into T5 with having my city hall to 25, and then eventually this research will be going to 25 as well, and hopefully we can unlock T5 Vestals first. All right, so I'm gonna try to get Vestals first. I think this is my path for now. If I do change, I will probably go for the Knights if I ever do change, because the Knights are also fun to play with. So for now, we're thinking about Vestals to be the one that we're going to be unlocking. So why am I deciding now that I want to go and get Garwood in here? Now, my ideology here is not just because I can push my power and gain some rewards, but I've been thinking about how the battles in here in Season 2 is that, there's a lot of players in the game that doesn't really invest a lot of infantry. And when there's times that I go online in this season wherein there's no, we don't have our whales online, it is so hard to make a push. And I feel like I want to be able to contribute and make a push in here. So I've been thinking I can pair this up for now with my Nika, which I don't really have the best combo right now for infantry. I wish I have Madeline, but unfortunately I did not invest Madeline right away. But it would have been a perfect combo when you have a Garwood and Madeline. But for now, I'm going to go for the Nika. I haven't really pat my talent tree for the tank, but for looking into the infantry pat in here, I actually built a tank build in here. So you can see this pat here is going to be basically helping out with Garwood, increasing the healing 5%. We can also add rectification in here further. We have, generalist, which is also going to help out all these stats in here, attack, defense, and HP for 5% for 1 second, which is helpful still. We have this 8% chance to launch an extra counter attack. We're doing a tank base and huge into counter attack. So whenever we bring out our infantry march in there, we're going to be able to deal some damage. Now, I didn't want to build like something that is just so tanky without damage. So I'm thinking maybe Nika's path here with skill tree would be the best. So we still have some capability on damage. And we also have a pretty good artifact, which is the dragon scale armor, which is going to give us HP for the infantry and as well as more HP for the legion in here. So it basically is giving us a lot of HP for the total legions that we have in the march. And we also have some shield factor in here whenever it's activated. We also have some keen. We also have range resistance in here, so 13% for 5 seconds at this level. So yeah, I'm thinking it is going to be worth it to have Garwood in the battlefield, because remember, we do have free healing in here in the game. It's not really going to be such a casualty for us in comparison to playing in Rise of Kingdoms, where, there's going to be more healing, means there's going to be a lot more speed ups to consume eventually. So the free healing is great, and I just made a video about how free healing works and how you can get 2 million free healing, basically. If I get a 10% healing buff right now, I will have 400 plus daily free healing, which is awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to be powering up in here. We're going to make a lot of units right now. I don't know. I think I'm just going to target 10 million in here, maybe just place third, and then I can push everything up into the power on the next days. We'll see. So my current legions right now, we have Knights, Celestials. I'm thinking I need to make more infantry anyway. So this is a perfect time for me to make more infantry so we can use it for pushing in here in the game. So working on to the swordsmen in here. All right. All right. And one thing that I like about infantry is that it is a great thing to use to counter against the cavalry. So this is also something that can protect my magic unit, protect my marksman, but mainly I'm running with magic units in here. So we have a lot of powering up to do. Wow. So hopefully we can power up in here, man. I wish I've done this a little bit earlier, but there we go. I think people are using the items in here. I don't have any of the boost item since I did not buy that yet. So you can also buy it from here, but we'll probably buy that eventually. But I think we're just going to grind this up in here. But yeah, you can buy some from the March of Conquerors as well in the higher level there. But yeah, so we're just going to push some power in here and basically, hopefully we can use this, setup to help us out significantly in the battlefield. And while I'm doing this as well, as I have mentioned in my previous video, pay attention to the healing in here. All right. As you can see, we have 350k and 175 free healing in here. So the more I train my units in here, you're going to be able to see that we are going to gain more. So there we go, 264 now. So from 264, let's build more, right? There we go. And boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go, 264. Now it's 352. So I believe we're gaining right around 70 plus in here per training, which is also speeding up more healing for my, troops overall, now 440. So yeah, so I think training more troops in here is also makes sense. It helps us out with our free healing eventually, and basically making us, stronger and better as well in the battlefield, and also increasing my total power in here. Now, I am consuming my resources in here for training, but, this is all about PvP as well. Let's take a look into my merits in here real quick. We have 21k. All right. I think I lost some stuff there. I think it's going to, I think it reset. I forgot to buy some stuff from last week. Let's buy all of this out there. We'll need to do more combat eventually here and get more healing there as well. All right. And there we go. This is going to be a while to get into 10 million in here of points in the strongest lord. So I'll probably do is we'll do a cutscene in here, and then I'll show you guys what I end up with. Okay, guys, so we've reached now 19 million, and we've gained right around 3.6 million points. Basically, my idea now is that I'm just going to use all of my speed ups in here for the training, and I'm not going to use any of my universals. So I'm just going to push as much as I can with this speed ups that I have, and I'm going to basically save my universal speed ups for my buildings and as well as my research to get to T5. And during that period of time, I should be accumulating more training speed up once I get into T5 to where I can make more T5s later, or I probably will upgrade my T4 to T5 when there is another power up event in here. So that is also going to help us out to win another match there later. So it's also a good thing to make a lot of T4 because you can always upgrade them to T5 later on. So, all of this T4 can be upgraded, and which is really good. All right. Now, in this video, I think we're going to be doing a whole series of the 5-day of the strongest lord. I'm going to try to do my best to capture all of that. Today, it's just pretty much training. You can see we're almost done here. There we go. All right. A few more finish up of training of units in here. I wish there was rune, but it's like almost reset. There's no rune. I forgot to do it earlier in the day in the server. And like I said, I made a lot of infantry in here. Let's see. We have 250 now. Okay. I think we need to make more mage unit because apparently because at the end of the day this is still my main march. So let's make more vestials as well as celestials so I can use them both in here. There we go. All right, so we'll just train all that there and leave it alone, and we have pushed to 4 million points. Okay, now here's a strategy or approach that you can do. I can obviously push a lot more troops in here, but my end goal is to get to T5 and winning maximum rewards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my speed ups to push here during the power event, right? And then push more technology as well in the power event as well. All right, on the day of power event, so it'll be, I think, multiplied by 2 for the power, which is huge, and hopefully I can reach to 10 million there. Now, this guy, EXV guy, he is T5 already, I believe, so there is no more for this guy to push. You know, all he can do is push troops. All right, so he can push whatever troops he wants. If I rank second, it's okay, but we'll see. And we also have a good amount of CP recovery in here to use to grind for the Darklings as well. Hopefully we get a few points there, but I think most of the points that are coming is going to be for us upgrading our buildings. So hopefully we can get and do that over there. Now, I decided that I want to do this one rather than the 20 token event is because even if we rank in third, we still get 60 on our push. Fourth, we get 50. Fifth, we get 45, and we get 20 if we end up rank 7. I think with the push that we're going to be doing, we're not going to rank into the 7th in here. Even though we're 7th right now, I have a plan to increase my ranks here in the Strongest Lord. So you guys are going to be seeing here how we're going to progress throughout in the Strongest Lord event. All right, so this is day 2, Defeat the Darklings, and so far we got 1 million points. We've got a lot to grind here to get to the first place. I don't know if we'll get to the first place, but we're trying to rank up in here as much as we can. Right now, as you can see, we are fighting level 24 Darklings and Dark Creatures in here. Let me talk about my little strategy that I'm doing here today. As you can see, I have this artifact. It is called the Kurata's Rat, and also we're using Tears of Arbon so we can have some healing capability. First, I cast this skill for the Kurata's Rat, and then I launch an attack in here. All right. Typically, I will do the infantry to tank, but when you get lazy a little bit, you have your cabs to tank, but the cabs die quickly, so you want to do a refresh of that. Eventually, once I regain the rage here for the wizard or from Waldir, I will then start casting Tears of Arbon. So I'll do this one. I'm going to heal my cabs there and my infantry. And that allows me to fight longer in the battlefield. And if you do continuous battle in here, you are then going to be consuming less CP. So as you can see, there is a discount on CP as you keep on fighting further without going back home, all right, without being doing any refresh of your troops. You actually do better onto the conserving of the CP. So that is my biggest tip in here. And then next, we're going to go for the gathering stage in here and then power up. And then we're going to be doing a full speed ahead. All right, hopefully by the time I do a power up, I don't need to do anything anymore on the full speed ahead. So the best way to get points is train units, grind Darklings and Dark Creatures in here. And then you want to do a power up, which is a multiplier by 2, I believe. So the thing here is that I'm using all of my marches. The reason why is that every single march will give us, whenever we defeat a level 21 to 24 right now, which we don't have 25 yet, we will be getting 3,000 points. So I have 5 marches. I will gain 15,000 points every time that I defeat a patrols or creatures. All right, so we're now in day 3 of the Strongest Lord. This is pretty much about gathering resources. How you get some points. When you gather 100 gold, you're gonna get 1 point. Wood, 100 of these, 1 point. 60 of the ore will be 1 point, and 30 of the mana will be converted to 1 point. Now, here is a suggestion for you guys. If you are gathering in here, use this item, this artifact in here for the gathering, the green finger sickle, so you can immediately gather resources. So once you immediately gather that, so let's pay attention in here, 169,607. Let's immediately do this. All right, 169,607. Then return it back in here. And once it returns to your city, you're going to see an increase of gathering points. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send it back into the mana well. And we're then going to switch the artifact in here onto the Lucius Horn, because the Lucius Horn will give you an overall gather speed, will increase the gathering speed. So you can also increase the level of this artifact to increase further into the gathering speed in here. So the green finger sickle in here is going to only do a legion capacity. So it doesn't really help you to get more resources by the minute and by the second and by the hour. All right, so there we go. So as you can see, now that it went home and we gained that mana, 161k, we're now able to see that our gathering points have increased. Just make sure before reset that your sickle is actually already reset because it's a 12-hour usage in here. Now, one mistake that I did there, I was kind of lazy. I didn't put the right hero. I should have put my Valine there, so I could have gotten XP as well from that mana gathering. But this time we're going to put Valine because we want to get XP. We're going to change the artifact in here for the horn instead, and actually we're going to increase the speed in here. You can increase that. Boom, there we go. Just keep in mind that you can actually do that. We're going to replace that. There we go. We're going to farm there. And then we're going to continuously farm as well, throughout the day. Just make sure that you put your secondary hero for your PvP fighter so you can gain some XP throughout the day while doing this. All right. So this is pretty much what you can do here to succeed further in Call of Dragons. So now we will move on to the next day, which is going to be the Power Up event. All right. Now we are on stage 4 or day 4, which is the Power Up event. Looks like there are some people who powered up 3 million in here. Let's see if we can actually try to compete for this. Basically, for each power that you gain, it is going to be converted to 2 points. 1 building power to 2 points, 1 tech power to 2 points, 1 legion power to 2 points. So this is a perfect time to upgrade your buildings. If you have some stuff to finish, do your research. So we're going to be using this opportunity to push for getting to T5 in here. Now, we also have our mana stone construction as well, building speed plus 10%, which is a very helpful thing. And I think they've even given me, they removed it. You can also request for the scholar as well, if you wish. But we're going to speed this up. 14 days. Don't click this. This is going to stop the building, I think. All right, don't do that. All right, we're going to be using our speed ups in here. All right, so we got about 4 minutes left in here for the Hall of Order. I'm going to be speeding this up, and just keep in mind that when you speed this up, you are going to basically get a pop-up bundle in here. So let's speed this up in here. Boom. I thought there will be a pop-up bundle. Okay, I guess there's no pop-up bundle. But with this, I should be able to get into the growth funds now. I can get this level, this last level here and get 40,000 gems and also some speed ups in there. Now growth fund is gone. Now we have City Hall 25. The next goal is try to get Alliance Center to 25. All right. And then we're also going to get the College of Order into 25. So I'm going to speed this up in here. All of this in here. We're going to be using our research speed ups. All right. And boom. All right. There we go. And then we're going to finish the second one as well. Let's collect that. So we should have gained some significant power. We just gained 2 million power here. And we are on rank 11 currently on the armaments. We're now 8 million rankings. Let's finish this. We should gain a lot of points in this event. All right. So to get the College of Order to 25, we need our Watchtower and as well as Alliance Market. Oh, so our Alliance Market, we need our Mana Refinery to 25, which we can definitely do. Wow, that's a lot of resources. And then we will need our Scout Camp to 25, which is over there already. The Scout Camp is relatively cheap, so we'll start this. We gain 42,000 power here. But the Watchtower is going to be a while. We're still at 18 on the Watchtower. I think we're going to end up spending gems in this one. So let's see. We're definitely going to be spending gems onto the Watchtower here. So what I'm going to do is, before we do any upgrades in here, you want to get the Alliance Center to 25, because then you get +2 more helps in here. So it'll become like 30 chance of help. So we're going to do this first. I guess we'll have to buy this. We'll get the associated amount of resources that we need to complete this building. I don't even know if we're going to be able to really finish this up, but I just know that we need to get the Alliance Center up and going first. Let's get those help, and then once the helps are done, I will then basically finish that up and then do research. I'm not going to do any research yet right now because we want to get that extra 2 help. So what I'm going to be doing is I have marked where the research buff is. I think it's this. I'm going to start marching my units here so that I can collect it as soon as I'm ready. once we get this help to 25, I'm going to speed it up. And then we're going to start to upgrade what we need to finish the prerequisite for the College of Orders in here. All right, so we have our day 5 in here. As you guys can see, I didn't really push, but you are going to be able to get partial of the points of what you're accumulating in the early days in here for the competition. So the total rankings right now, we were able to rank 4th. I didn't really push that hard. I just wanted to rank up in here and get some rewards for the Garwood. So for that 4th place in here for the armaments, we should be able to get, 50, better than getting 20 for the other events, right? So let's go and collect this in here. You're going to get it from the system, right? 50 Garwood tokens, which is great. We can go to heroes. Now we can work on to leveling up, Garwood's skill here. There we go. Where did it go? All right. They went to the defense bonus, healing received bonus, which is great. We can add up to one more in here. All right. So this one I really don't like that it goes to here. I would prefer to get these, for Garwood. All right. Now it is the kill event. So we'll see if there's going to be more fighting. It's like, at this point, there is not much of a fighting, but the last day here for the battle ranking is going to be separated. As you can see, this separate in here. So this is a totally separate rewards. You can gain 20 Garwood token in here if you rank 1st for this one. So with that being said, this is how you do the strongest Lord event. My biggest tip in here is that don't try to exert yourself too much effort and try to take number 1 right away. If you have the capability to take number 1, do take number 1 for the armaments ranking. But if not, don't be so upset at it. Set a target goal, and if you get it, get it. All right. Sometimes you push too far, you overspend, and somebody's usually gonna spend more than you in the game. Just keep that in mind. Set a goal, what you need to do to upgrade, and then if you reach that, be happy. If you're able to reach that with number 1 first place, then that's great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video for the strongest Lord was very helpful. Consider subscribing and turn your notification on, as well as press that thumbs up.